breaking into his first team, playing X amount of games, getting experience, taking this club to the Premier League, obviously, hopefully anyway. And then from there, just, you know, pushing my limits to the highest I can go, you know, playing the highest levels, as I said, and just really testing myself, not staying in my comfort zone, I'd say.
So I don't know much about football. What I know about football is through Tate playing. But what I could say from when he was really young, I do feel like whatever sport he'd kind of dedicated his time to, I genuinely think he would have just been good at. So, you know, it happened to be football due to Michael's passion, but I think he was an athletic child in general.
I had a phone call from the manager from futsal to come down. Can you come down to Blues? They're doing a trial, and it was more of like competition. Okay, just a bit of football. Just come down, have a kick around with playing futsal, and he got picked out by, I think it was Mike Dodds, picked him out and just like said like so keen on him. Invited, came over, spoke to me, said that he wanted to bring Tate in for a bit of 6-week trials.
You know, I've been here so long that I probably don't remember the first days I was here back when I was 7, but early memories of just driving into training grounds, getting out of the car on a Saturday, hopping straight on the pitch and, you know, playing the lads. It wasn't too serious back then, obviously, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are my earliest memories of being here, so yeah, it's been a good journey.
Parents very supportive?
Yeah, definitely, both with school, football and just my general like, happiness as well. They found a nice balance of taking it serious but also making it joyful, but giving me, you know, morals and standards and stuff like that, so yeah, I'm very thankful for them for that.
I think he's very calm, very more, like sometimes I think, oh, when me and Michael are just, you know, can't make sense of things, Tate will come in with something really like, you know, he's very logical and naturally bright as well, and I think that's where school wasn't affected as much as it could have been, because he just has a natural ability, and he's hard-working, so I think he knew that if he wanted it, he was going to have to make everything sort of work. So I think with his kind of level-headedness, it was possible.
It's not Sunday league, it's not a kickabout, but it's very much still enjoy it, have fun. Don't let your parents influence you too much, you know, just play your game, have fun with your friends, you know, 8, 9, 10, school kids, you know. Primary school, you just trying to have fun. Football's not too serious back then.
Probably the hardest thing was what was he going to be? You know, what kind of player?
The first thing that comes across with Tate is his physicality and his robustness when playing, and his ability with the ball, his ability to step in with the ball, whether that's, I mean, as a young player he played higher up the pitch, played midfield, which isn't uncommon. But yeah, as a defender now, I think you still see that as part of his game. So he's a player that is quite comfortable in possession when the game's in front of him, to be able to step in and affect things going forward. And I think that was quite prevalent as a young player. I remember him in the younger age groups doing that, travelling with the ball.
I think it's Carl Hooper, he said that he tried him in midfield, and he just, again, you can see his self-confidence, his swagger kind of grew from then, knowing that he was playing midfield, dominating the game.
He has some abilities, technical qualities that lend himself to a couple of different positions, but there's always a danger that you just categorise them in that big lad, play centre half. But he was a big lad who could play as well.
I would say I prefer to play in the deeper midfield area, but yeah, I can play centre back, centre mid, wherever I need to play. You know, there's something, again, the academy have really instilled into me that I've always been a midfielder, but they've put me here, there and everywhere to try and get me used to being able to move around, which is, you know, in today's football is very valuable, that you can play mobile positions, you know, so it's something I'm grateful for.
We actually played him right wing back at one of the games, which I can tell he's not a right wing back, but he's done a brilliant job for us. You know, defensively, got back in his position. He attacked with power and pace. So he's done a really good job there. But I think, personally, when he played the number 8 for us, he would get on the ball, make a real solid pass, and then drive forward, you know, with his energy. And I felt he was a really good number 8 when he got him out of our team a few times.
Big spell for you, going and getting some senior football and playing with a team that were knocking on the door of the Football League in the end. How did you find it?
Honestly, it was probably my best football experience at the time so far. So, you know, going in with the new set of lads, as I said, playing up before, it helps with stuff like that, you know, fitting with a new group and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was amazing experience. The lads were great, the coaching staff were great, and the manager, Andy Woodman, is something else. Yeah, it's really good with me. It really took to me, which you know, I really appreciate. He could have just took me there and he's just there for experience, but no, he took me there and really included me in the team, which I'm so grateful for.
I think he's one of those gifted players. You could play him anywhere on the pitch, and because he's so professional and he's so focused on the job that you give him, he'll do well. And I just honestly believe that. And like I say, I was chuffed to have him in our club. I was gutted not to have him this year. I tried all summer, and then, you know, he had a bit of a problem with his, I think, with his back or something. So I was gutted, but chuffed he got in around the Birmingham.
Force a pass that just wasn't there. Here's Kizzy with a pass into the area. That's 2-2. And he's completely unmarked in the 18-yard box. Tate Campbell off the substitutes bench. Excellent cross into the penalty area.
Your first professional goal as well. Do you remember it?
Yeah, diving head at Notts County. Yeah, don't know too much about it. Yeah, good stadium to be fair. Yeah, didn't know too much about it. Just came in, I just jumped at it. Probably hit my hand or my arm, but yeah, went in, counted. Yeah, first of many hopefully.
And it does actually look like there's going to be 3 changes as Tate Campbell looks like he's going to be introduced alongside Riley McGree and Alfie Chang, who've been waiting there for a good couple of minutes.
I think there's a real addictiveness to her debuts within our line of work as academy coaches and support members of staff. And yeah, I was there for the Colchester game when Tate come on, and I was there for the Plymouth game when he started. And yeah, just immense proudness really for Tate, and just a real happiness and you're there through the journey of the dips and the peaks as well, and so it's nice to see him get that moment, a bit of attention, a little bit of a reward for his hard work and efforts.
Yeah, as you say, it'd be interesting to see if he does go back into the back line here. I think he probably will do, as Nico Gordon, unfortunately tonight, has been cut short. It looks like he's got a slight knock, and but again, a great chance for Tate Campbell now to come on and impress the manager with, you know, just under 20 minutes to go, straight in and having to defend a free kick, so straight into the fire.
Yeah, it was an unreal experience. You know, as I said, I've been here since I was 7, so waiting that long for it was a really big moment for me, coming off the bench as well. So got thrown straight into it. The heat of the game was 0-0 at the time as well. So yeah, it was a really good experience. It was the taste of what real football was like, you know, not playing for nothing against a cup game as well. So you're playing to get into the next round, playing to stay in the game. So yeah, it was a really good experience.
I'm not going to lie, I did have like a little tear in my eye, but where I like to be just focused, just watch this game. If everyone kind of knows me, it's like everyone leave it alone, I just want to watch Tate, and he did make me a bit emotional about it on the day.
He's Tate Campbell, first and foremost. He's Tate Campbell, and he's a footballer second. When we go abroad in tournaments and that, quite often I've had people come up to me and said, "Your boys are so well behaved, you know." I remember one person on the plane, she said, "When I saw you lot get on, she thought, oh no, they don't sit near me." And they did. And she said they was as good as gold. Offering to help get her cases off the conveyor belt, and little stuff like putting chairs back in, making sure you take your plate back and all that. They're just disciplines for me that, you know, that is the way things should be done.
I made a point of going to see his parents on the last game of the season. Generally made a point, because of course they're going to be proud of him as a football player, and why wouldn't they be? But I actually said to him, raised a real model young man there. I said, you should be so proud of him. I'm sure you are as a footballer, but as a young man, a real top young man. And I hope to God I see him in the big lights at some point, because I don't think he'll change. I really don't.
What does the future hold for Tate Campbell? What do you want to achieve in your career?
Yeah, whatever the manager wants for me, you know, whatever he thinks is best for my development, whether it's staying around the group like I have for this half the season, or then going to maybe League One, League Two, getting games, whatever it is that they think that will be best for my development, I'll do. So yeah, obviously it's all about getting into the first team. That's the goal while I'm here. But if he wants me to go on loan to League One next year, then that's something I'll do. If he wants me to stay on the group and just be part of the group and learn more, grow more, then that's something I'll do again.